Stand still for a second. Look around you. This could be anywhere. You hear the sound of the crowd, smell of fresh ground coffee, industrial-looking interior. Perhaps it could be a cafe in Paris, a bookshop in Bangkok, a gallery, or even a museum in London. I guess we're in the same shoes, standing in front of pictures looking for inspiration. So let me be your guide. Look closer at the first picture. What is it? Is it a photograph? Is it a drawing? A memory? A memory of a moment. A moment as I rushed past that tapestry at the Victoria and Albert Museum. Boar and Bear Hunt, it was called. The Devonshire's hunting tapestry, late 1420s. Look at that detail. Isn't that funny how a moment could be frozen in time through art, and then the museum could display that moment forever? Have you ever wanted to keep something frozen forever too? Now go to the second picture. I believe that the best way to really enjoy a museum is to draw. Only when I draw those butterflies I realize their intricate patterns and details. You know, those intertwining reds, odd shades of blues, symmetrical yet unpredictable, magical marvels of nature. Only when I draw, I really let the display take me in. Especially display of small objects, like that fan museum in Greenwich. In the third drawing, you could see how meticulous their collection was. God knows it took me almost 2 weeks to finish this illustration. As it was the first illustration in this series to be published in a day magazine, I did my best to impress. Now on to the next one. You know, a few months ago, I visited the Tate Britain, one of my favorite museums in London. I noticed that even they introduced drawing into their galleries too, by placing easels, papers, pen, and all sorts of drawing tools in front of their British masterpieces. However, I felt such pressure to draw them in my own illustration, so I just made them blur, splashes of colors. But can you still identify them? Can you find this painting, The Lady of Shalott? Oil painting by John William Waterhouse, done in 1888. You know, it was one of my truly favorite paintings. And the first time I saw her, I cried. But that was almost 8 years ago. I have other things to cry about now. Apart from drawing, though, there were many ways that London museums used to tell their stories. In the following drawings, I illustrated my write-up about the use of CT scanning with mummies at the British Museum. Isn't it genius to use such technology with an ancient object like that and allow us to see beyond the surface and at the same time doesn't damage the object itself? It inspired me to incorporate technology into my drawings too. Can you spot a baby cot in the next drawing? This was a cot of baby Patricia Milsom, displayed at the V&A Museum of Childhood in Bethnal Green. She was the daughter of a British soldier stationed in Daksha, India during the war. Sadly, she died only 5 days old from a condition of spinal bifida. André Malraux once said, "We all have museums in our mind, a place where each object we see connects and contradicts with our memory to create new meaning." Have you ever wondered what it would be like to walk in your own museum imaginaire? I imagine my museum would be like the next picture. You know, I was obsessed with dinosaurs and wanted to be an archaeologist when I was a boy. Too bad I was diagnosed with severe dust allergy that shattered that dream. But in my museum, I will be that boy again, digging deep in my curiosity and imagination. But what would be a collection of your museum though? You know, there was once a traveling exhibition shown at the South Bank Center called Museum of Broken Relationships. It started with two artists fell out of love and both didn't want to keep the stuff that they shared as a couple. So they founded a museum to keep all their things. Then people started to donate their souvenirs of broken hearts to the museum too. And now it has thousands of objects and been touring around the world. So think about it. Would you display your broken heart? I think I would. Actually, this book is like a museum. Memories of those London years, drawn, written, and frozen on each page. But why, you may ask? Well, just like any other museums, as the Palace of Muses, I hope that my memories, my experience could inspire someone to paint, to draw, to go to a museum, and to look at things in different ways. Maybe that someone could be you. Thank you for listening. I hope you enjoy London Museums.